was that the financial sector of the global financial system, the financial institutions are interlinked. But then we realized that the way the supervision is done is the link. So based on that background, the authorities felt that there should be a linkage between the financial supervisory authorities within the sub-region. That was why the College of Supervisors was formally formed in this very country here.
The aim of the College of Supervisors is to facilitate sharing of information amongst member states, member supervisors, in order to ensure that financial stability is maintained in the sub-region. It also to facilitate cross-border supervision through consolidated supervision. By that I mean that, you know, banks are established across the regions, and we have to make sure that what happens everywhere is we have a handle over it. So by coming together to do joint examinations, we are able to unearth issues that might crop up in one area so that we can nip it in the bud before it creates a problem for the region.
In the Gambia, the Central Bank of the Gambia has been conducting joint on-site examination exercises of banks with parents in Nigeria, with examiners from the Central Bank of Nigeria. I'm glad to inform this August gathering that such banks are comprehensively examined and the report shared with the relevant stakeholders.
It is hoped that at the end of the meeting, participants will develop roadmaps for the implementation of international standards such as risk-based supervision and financial reporting, whilst ensuring safety in banking systems within West African monetary institutions. Ominjai, Grts.
The road network in the country's outer post settlement of Basse is in the process of being transformed, but that has impacted little on the use of the popular motorbikes in the town. Amadou Bajan takes a closer look at the popularity of the widely used motorbikes in Basse.
The two-wheel transporter is most widely used in Basse, which in fact has the highest number of motorbikes in the Gambia. The story of Basse's motorbikes is one that can be related from different perspectives as far as Kekoy Koma is concerned. Sitting at a roadside motorbikes mechanic workshop in anticipation of servicing his bike, Kekoy, a motorbike enthusiast, shares his views and experiences regarding Basse and its unending traffic flow of motorbikes. As a motorbike lover for quite some time now, Kekoy explains some of the issues surrounding motorbikes in his native Basse. Unlike other consumer goods which have a one-off usage, motorbikes stay with their owners for some time, if not a lifetime. Due to this and other reasons such as safety and security, proper maintenance of motorbikes is required. This has prompted the increasing operation of motorbike workshops in Basse, such as this one run by Siaka Jabi. In this rapidly booming town with numerous motorbikes, women are not left out in happy rides. They are also often seen in two-wheel engines, including scooters. Kanifing municipality, which harbors the largest number of non-Gambians, did not attract Chima Opi, a Nigerian motorbike dealer. In spite of all the socio-economic and other activities of the municipality, Obi chooses to operate far inland in Basse for obvious reasons. If the Greater Banjul area has more cars in the Gambia, then URR and Basse particularly can boast of harboring the largest concentration of motorbikes in the country. In so long as the two-wheel engines dominate most of Basse's traffic, road safety is one thing that must not solely be compromised. Modu Bajan, GRTS News.
Bangkok is a city on a lockdown as opposition demonstrators demand cancellation of proposed early elections scheduled for February. And prosecutors in Cambodia question the leader of the opposition Cambodia Rescue Party. More on those and other stories after this short break. Welcome back. Guinea-Conakry has a new assembly speaker. The new parliamentary chief has begun the process of outlining his priorities for the country. Claude Kobi Kondiano says the new Guinean parliament will prioritize debates over some important draft bills. The election of the 71-year-old former banker to the new post has been welcomed by members of the opposition. We have details in the CFI report.
His supporters came to congratulate him at home, only 24 hours after his election as Speaker or head of the Ghanaian Parliament. But Claude Kobi Kondiano is already at work. The new Speaker of the National Assembly is already holding meetings to name people to posts in the Assembly, scheduled for Wednesday. He has announced his priorities. There are a certain number of draft bills waiting for us. The Constitutional Court and other institutions must be put in place. And there is perhaps also the issue of development, the development of Guinea. On Monday, during the inaugural session of the National Assembly in Conakry, Claude Kobi Kondiano, age 71, was elected as Speaker. He received 64 of 113 votes. The former banker, schooled at the Centre National des Arts et Métiers in Paris, is a member of the RPG, the party of President Alpha Condé. The opposition has spoken already. We hope that our friends on the other side will see to it that the Assembly remains a place for debates and not just a new structure that will be manipulated to serve the regime in place. The National Assembly stems from the elections of this past September 28th. It replaced the National Transition Council, the CNT, which officially halted all activity on Monday. It was a strong emotional moment for its members and especially for new Guinean deputies. Young people sacrificed their lives in demonstrations. Some were killed, wounded, others were handicapped for life. They gave their lives for us to reach where we are today. We dedicate this day to them. In Conakry and in the rest of the country, Ghanaians were relieved after the setting up of the new National Assembly. They would like majority and opposition deputies to work hand in hand so that Guinea can make strong economic gains.
Pope Francis has named the Archbishop of Abidjan among 90 new cardinals announced at the weekend. Archbishop Jean-Pierre Coutou's elevation to the group was received with joy by the Christian community in the Ivory Coast. The new cardinal has called for peace in his country and the world. We have details in this report.
Signore Jean-Pierre Coutou,
Pope Francis's announcement gave rise to great joy in the Ivorian capital. Monsignor Jean-Pierre Coutou is Archbishop of Abidjan, and he is one of the 19 new cardinals named by the Pope last Sunday. He is one of 2 Africans. The other is the Archbishop of Ouagadougou.
Come on over here. It's a source of great joy. We're happy. We are very happy. Since he's been here, many new communities have been created and backed by him.
Archbishop Coutou remained seated exceptionally when receiving visitors due to his leg being in a cast after a recent fall. The 68-year-old spent the greater part of his career in Côte d'Ivoire. His priority today, he says, is peace, peace in the world, peace in Côte d'Ivoire.
Certainly, the Pope wanted to help people stand on their own 2 feet again and to bring about reconciliation and a life together in peace.
The new cardinals will be part of the group that elects the next pope. 9 of the new cardinals are from the Southern Hemisphere, a sure sign that Pope Francis wants greater balance within the Catholic Church. The newly appointed cardinals are also relatively young, and most have worked closely with the faithful in their countries rather than in the Church's central administration in Rome.
Thailand's unending street protests show no signs of abating as thousands of people march in the city of Bangkok. Protesters are demanding the cancellation of early elections, and in Cambodia, prosecutors have questioned the leader of the Cambodia Rescue Party in Phnom Penh. Opposition protesters are calling for new elections and the resignation of Prime Minister Hun Sen. We have details of those and other stories in this World News Roundup.